Good morning. Welcome to this morning wake up call, a 15-minute class focused on spinal health. We're going to do some kundalini inspired breath work and you're going to feel amazing at the end. So let's get started. Come to your mat in a comfortable seated position. Roll your shoulders back. Lower, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. And just ground down for a moment. Turning our gaze inward. Letting go of any worries, anything you've carried with you. And on your next inhale, you're going to lift your chest up and roll it to the left as you exhale and come forward. So we're going to inhale, lift the chest, and then roll it back. Kind of making circles with our chest, moving with the breath. And then we're going to do this in the opposite direction. And one more time, just warming up the spine and release. You can start to feel really stiff in our spine, especially in the morning. So it's good to move it around and get some stretching in before you even start your day. Let's inhale our arms to the sky. And then on the exhale, twist to the left, bringing your right hand towards your right knee and the left hand behind you. And just hold it here for 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. And release. Come back to neutral position. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then exhale to the opposite side. Same thing, we're going to hold the seated twist for 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Release. Come back to neutral position. Walk your hands forward and come into tabletop position. So in tabletop, our wrists are underneath our shoulders. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. Spread your fingertips wide so that the weight isn't going into your wrists. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the sit bones up slightly. Look up, fill up. And then exhale, pull the belly button towards the spine as you tuck your chin and round your back. Cat-cow. Let's do this again. Inhale and exhale. And we're just moving with our breaths here, very slowly. We're just warming up, feeling everything in your spine, from your neck to your tailbone. Where do you notice areas of tightness, resistance? I'm feeling it in my thoracic spine this morning. Cat-cow, the combination of cat-cow pose is such a fantastic way to wake up the spine. Let's do this one more time. And then come back to neutral position. Sink your hips back. to your heels and walk your hands back. So we're coming into rock pose. And we're going to move into a kundalini inspired breathing pose. So you're going to take your hands on top of your thighs, and you're going to find a neutral space in front of you to lock your gaze, your drishti. And you're going to keep your chin level and your gaze locked into whatever is in front of you. But we're going to continue the breath work. So we're going to slide our hands up our thighs as we roll our shoulders back and inhale. And then we're going to exhale, slide our hands towards our knees as we exhale and pull the belly in. So we're rounding the spine. Gaze and chin are locked in front of us. So we're really focusing on our sacral area to help with this movement. Waking that spine up, starting to bring gentle movement into this area. Now you can continue to breathe this way at whatever pace works for you. You can go slow and stay slow, or to access a more energetic breath, you can start to speed it up. Just keep the integrity of the pose. Make sure you're keeping your gaze locked. And if you feel comfortable with that, with keeping your head in the position it is, you can even close your eyes and lift your gaze to your third eye as you continue this. Just a few more breaths here. Keep it going. The next time you inhale, pause, fill up, hold the breath. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Lift your gaze to your third eye in between your eyebrows. Hold the breath, and then release. Walk your hands forward, come into child's pose. Bringing your forehead to the mat. Just pause here for a moment, noticing what you feel. You might feel a little energetic buzzing from the breath work. It's totally normal. Now in child's pose, in this version of child's pose, my knees are closer together. That's absolutely, it's a great place to be. You can also have your knees wider apart. Wherever you are, you're going to walk your hands over to your right. Really stretch out the side body. Take 3 strong breaths here. Beautiful. And then walk your hands over to the left. And the same thing on this side, 3 strong breaths. Beautiful. Release back to center. Walk your hands back up. I'm going to put my hair up for this next one. We're moving back into tabletop position. And we're coming back to those cat-cows, but with a different twist. So come back to tabletop position. Plant your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Now we're going to come back to doing cat-cow. And you can take a few here, just moving slowly with your breath. Maybe neutralize the spine. And we're going to introduce that energetic breath work. So you can begin to quicken the pace. You're inhaling as you drop the belly down and look up, and then exhaling as you pull the belly button to the spine and round the back. So go at your own pace here. And you might want to close your eyes so you don't get dizzy, especially if you go a little faster. Do what works for you, though. You can really start to feel the heat rising in your body, the energy getting stirred up in the spine. Just a little while longer, you're almost there. And the next time you inhale, pause, fill up. And then exhale, sink back, child's pose, this time with your knees wide. And just rest here, again, feeling the difference in your body, feeling the energy that's getting stirred up, feeling the heat that's rising. If it's accessible to you, you can bring your hands to prayer and lift them above your crown. Let's take 3 more breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Release. Lift back up. And then come to the center of your mat in seated position. So you can come to half lotus or easy pose, just whatever is most comfortable for you. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to take another twist here. So let's inhale, reach our arms up to the sky. And then exhale, twist to the left. Holding a static pose for a moment. For 3 breaths. Inhale. 1. Exhale. 2. And 3. Come back to center. Inhale, arms to the sky and twist to the opposite side. 3 breaths. 1. 2. And 3. Come back to center. So for this next one, you can choose to keep your hands on your hips. And if you've never done this energetic breath work or have had a kundalini class before, this can be a great place to start. You can also hold your arms in goalpost arms, which is a common pose for many people. However, the traditional pose is done with your thumbs behind your shoulders and all 4 fingers in front of your shoulders. Okay, so whether you're here, or here, it doesn't matter. Any of those options are absolutely fine. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Close your eyes. And then we're going to inhale to the left. And then we're going to exhale to the right. So we're inhaling to the feminine side on the left. Exhaling to the masculine side on the right. And again, you can move slowly with your own breath pattern, or as you'll see, I'll start to quicken the pace. Let's begin. Again, closing the eyes, maybe even blocking that gaze on the third eye can be really helpful, especially if this is new to you. Now you can start to quicken the pace or keep the pace that you're going at. Either one is fine. Remember, this is your practice. Do what works for you. It doesn't matter what I'm doing here, right? My practice is totally different. My body is totally different. Everybody is totally different. So you really have to do what works for you. If that static hold twist is where it's at for you, go there. That's absolutely fine. We're almost finished. Next time, take a deep inhale. Come to center. Hold the breath. Keep your arms lifted or in position. Exhale. And then take another deep breath in. And release. Pause here. And you can just lower or close your eyes for a moment. Again, just take a moment to notice what you feel. 15 minutes. That's all this was, and yet it can completely transform how you feel. Thank you so much for joining me. I would love to hear what you think of the energetic breath work. If you've ever practiced this before, how did it make you feel? I would love to hear back from you. You're always welcome to message me with questions or reach out in any way. All right, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you soon.